Proposition 56. First off, I just want to say that out of all the propositions on the ballot, the only one that I received delicious marketing materials for was the one about smoking.
Is there any Camel Cash in there?
No, I wish. But RJ Reynolds legit has my address, and they're sending me propaganda on 56. 56 is the cigarette tax to fund healthcare, tobacco use prevention, research, and law enforcement initiative. Dan?
The notable supporters include the California Democratic Party and every cancer society or every American organ society. So
the summary of the bill would be that the revenues would be used primarily to augment spending on healthcare for low-income Californians.
And the notable opposition is Philip Morris and every tobacco company. Pretty much all the villains.
Scoundrels!
All the villains in, what was the rest of The Insider?
Thank you for smoking.
No, Carlos, thank you for smoking.
Thank you. I wish we could just light one up right now. That'd be great.
And the best argument I heard in opposition of Proposition 56 is it would not allocate funds for improving schools. Which,
by the way, I did some research on, and we'll talk about it.
Oh, great.
I'll tell you what, though. The schools will be so improved after Prop 64 passes that we're not going to need any more money.
Everyone has marble floors.
Every child gets a Segway.
What are your thoughts on smoking, not smoking, and whether we should tack on a $2 tax in general, and then we'll talk about what it's supposedly going to be used for?
I'll tell you what. I am a smoker. I'm not proud of it. I think a lot of smokers feel that way as well. I'm in favor of taxing cigarettes and putting the money to good use. If it's something that people are going to do anyway, then let's make a little bit more money off it for programs that could be helped by that. And maybe it'll act as a deterrent for people who have been trying to quit. Maybe that extra $2 a pack, which is, could in turn be thousands of dollars a year to somebody. Maybe that'll help be a deterrent. So that to me is a twofold benefit for public health. You're getting the money on one end and you're getting a deterrent from smoking on the other end. I don't see a problem with it.
Dan, as a 27-year-old smoker?
I'm looking at Dan Gordon and he is at least 50.
Guys, I tried smoking a cigarette I think twice, and one time it was just because when I was in Amsterdam, and then it was hash, right? Because that has tobacco in it.
Yeah.
And my lungs just seized up. I don't understand how anyone even starts smoking.
Well, I'll tell you, Dan, very quickly. It's well known that smoking makes you cool.
Yep.
So I think that is the big impetus for a lot of people to start.
Listen to this cuss over here saying that I'm not cool.
I think that the fact...
No, you said you've smoked 2 cigarettes. That makes you at least
that makes
somewhat
me
cool. Well,
there is no direct correlation between the fact that you don't smoke and can run 20 miles at a time, and that I smoke a pack a day and I can run 25 feet.
When we did the Tough Mudder, we're at the starting line. It's a group of us, and it's like, it's like a 10-mile obstacle course with a lot of hills. And at the beginning of the race, there's this huge hill, and we're all like, Carlos, we will follow you. You set the pace. We know your lung capacity sucks because you've been smoking since you were -2. And he's like, okay. And he's like so pumped. The gun fires, the race starts, and he sprints.
I got excited because they were like, we're looking to you. And I went the fastest I've ever gone for approximately 110 yards.
and how many miles were left after that?
11 miles. Okay. And then I hit the 110 yards, and I've
He said, he's like, I quit. I can't do this.
My lungs ripped open, like Little Shop of Horrors, Venus flytrap, just like
Alien.
ripped open, and I was on fire, and the flames were from the side of my head.
Clue.
And
a quarter of a mile into the 11-mile race, Carlos was already at Heartbreak Hill.
it was the worst.
So kids, don't smoke.
The moral of the story here is if you're racing or playing an active sport, chew tobacco. That's not true. I don't advocate chewing tobacco.
His back is covered in nicotine patches.
I'm 100% for Prop 56. The only thing that I would advise people that are listening or watching is to delve into where the money is going. And because at the end of the day, raising the tax will deter some people from smoking. And as a smoker, the more deterrent that we have towards people smoking, the better. But I also want to make sure that we know where the money is going, because a lot of the proponents, people that are for or against it, aren't really being 100% upfront as to where the money is going. It's not, only 13% of it is going to schools. So, yes, raise the tax, pay more money, smoke less. But hopefully that money isn't going to a place where it's being taken advantage of by wealthy special interests.
Amen. Tom Knight, Proposition 56. How do you stand?
I am all for it.
Carlos?
I'm all for it.
I am all for 56. Yes on 56.
Fantastic. Boom.